Hello, welcome back to another episode of SCADA123. Today we're going to be talking about a Python interface for MySQL. Now MySQL is a client-server type design, so to run this, say for a quick test example, you can use something like XAMPP on a Windows system or configure up LAMP on a Linux system to use as your background, or if you do have a Microsoft server you can read from, you can use that. Now basically this is divided into two simple sections using your tkinter notebook tabs. Your SQL select, which gives you what you need for reading, and here's your SQL insert, which gives you what you need for writing or deleting. Now it's fairly straightforward. On the scroll tab here you'll see basically all the information on using it. When you run this program you'll see these. Basically tells you your default database here that's hard-coded, as well as your system, which is your which is your table. You'll see that here. You can basically just use your commands, SQL read command to create the code. You'll use the read to execute it, and you can use the clear text to clear the scroll box. So for example, we want to clear it now. It's all cleared out. Now if we click this, it's going to default what's already there. What you're going to see is it's going to select all from system 1. None of these options are added. You don't have any order or anything done. If you execute that and read, you'll get that. You'll see. You can also see this in the console menu with your print statements for lots of debugging as well to help you if you want to change things. Now here you'll see the whole database. Basically there's really only 5, just to give you the example. It's all got a time, which you'll see here. It's got your operator, which you'll see here, and it's got the flow rate that you'll see here. Now you can basically let's make a simple where if condition. Let's say use ID. Since we've only got 5, let's grab the 5th one, which will be our timestamp here with our operator John Parker and a flow of 444. So let's just run that and verify. We'll change that to 5. We'll check our SQL command. Oh, yep, there it is. Okay, where ID equals 5. Let's execute it. Yep, only gave us the 1. So you can see it basically works fairly simply straightforward. This is designed mainly just to give you the basics of how to read and how to write, so you can then run with it on your own to do whatever it is specifically you want to use. Now this is meant as an operator interface. You can hard code it to have a default to whatever system you want to automatically run it, whatever, it's up to you. Now let's add a few little changes here. Well, I'll just go through this, and actually let's use an operator here. So since we've got a couple Johns, we'll see. We can just use John to pull up all Johns, and let's check that. Okay, so you'll see the SQL command where operator like John. Let's read. Okay, and now we've got 3. Now you'll see there's 3 different Johns here. And basically if we want, we can order that and sort. Let's sort that by the operator, and we'll see this is John Boutte, John West, and John Parker. We'll leave this ascending. You can change it to descending. Easy, simple, quick click. Let's just click that. Okay, and now we've got the order in there. Execute. And so now we've got John Boutte, John Parker, John West. Let's change that to descending. Again, we'll check our code. Up, there it is. Okay, let's try read that. And now we've got it reversed. John West, John Parker, and John Boutte in the bottom. So this is basically just a quick simple. It's hard-coded to give you all your select commands using the where and order by. Now let's say you want to insert some data here. You can run this. This gives you the basic defaults here. It tells you information. Anything you're going to want to do, it's basically going to go by the ID. Now let's just say we'll go ID 6, insert a new one there. You can use your view table to see what you've already got there. So if we click that, we'll see we've got our 5 rows that we saw before. Let's clear that out. Now it's defaulted to insert with this date. Now if you want, you can just click now, and that's going to update to the current timestamp. Now you can do your operator. Now let's just change this to, say, Bill Cubert, and we'll give it a flow of 12.45. And now for insert, it uses all these because you're creating them all. You do an update, you use one of these updates to say which one or all three you want to update, and then you can do delete to just delete it. So we did the view table. Let's do a quick command. Okay, this is going to say insert into system all of these with all those values we inserted. Let's write it. Okay, now let's see what this looks like. Okay, we had 1 through 5. Oh, there we go. So it added a new one. Now you've got the timestamp there that you can see here. Operator Bill Cubert. That's what we entered with the flow rate 12.45. Now let's update the time on that. So we'll want to click update for here. Make sure you got your checkbox clicked for checking that. Now you have to use which ID you want to do. We're going to use ID 7. So let's just change that, and now let's update that again. Say click command. Okay, it was at 18:12:49. Let's try this, and now let's view this. 18:14:16. We just updated that. You can do the same with operator. You can do the same with flow. You can do all three of them simultaneously if you want. Now, let's say we didn't like that. Let's delete it. So we want to delete this. That was ID 7, so you have to enter ID 7 there. So let's check our command. Okay, delete from system where ID equals 7. That's all it's using. It doesn't care because you're deleting the whole row. Let's write and execute that. Now let's update our table to see what it looks like. Oh, 7's gone. So clear that out. There you go. This is a quick, simple example to basically give you something to start and run with. Hope you appreciate it. You want to stop by the links below if you want to do a purchase. It's rather inexpensive. Helps out. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.